All right, let me set the scene. About 15 years ago, I was part of this awesome sales team. We were a tight-knit group, always hitting our targets and cheering each other on. But then everything changed when Kevin strutted in, our new manager. And let me tell you, this guy was something else. From day one, Kevin walked into the office like he was the second coming of the Wolf of Wall Street. Only, he lacked the charm and charisma. Instead, he brought an overwhelming wave of self-promotion. I mean, if his mouth had a Fitbit, it would have hit 10,000 steps before lunch. He couldn't go 5 minutes without reminding us how he had crushed it at his last company. Apparently, he broke records and shattered targets like they were nothing. At our first sales meeting, Kevin opened with what could only be described as a TED Talk titled, "Why I Am Brilliant and You're Not." We sat there, exchanging raised eyebrows and confused glances as he tore into our sales figures. Now, keep in mind, we were over target, but according to him, we weren't aiming high enough. Can you believe that? He actually had the audacity to say, I could hit that target on my own. That's when one of my bolder colleagues piped up and said, "Wow, what a fun and educational idea. Let's make it a competition. You versus the whole team." The room erupted in applause. Everyone was on board. And just like that, Kevin was going head-to-head with our entire sales team. And guess what? Our director walked in during all this commotion and, after hearing the challenge, agreed it was a brilliant idea. Now let me pause here for dramatic effect. Imagine this. It's week one of Kevin versus the entire sales team. It was like watching a live-action David and Goliath, except Goliath was a middle manager with anger issues, and David was literally all of us. Kevin strutted in on Monday, ready to deliver what he thought would be a masterclass in sales. But here's the kicker. He didn't make a single sale that day, or the next several days after that. Meanwhile, we were thriving. Even our newest team member, Jonathan, a sweet, nervous lad who had never done sales before, was outselling Kevin by week 2. Every time Jonathan closed a deal, our office erupted like he'd just scored the winning goal in the World Cup. We were riding high on the excitement, and Kevin? Well, he was turning into a storm cloud. Now, by the 3rd week, things took a dramatic turn. We entered what I like to call Kevin's tantrum era. Phones were slammed, headsets were thrown, and at one point, he dramatically declared, "This system is rigged." Can you imagine the sight? But here's the twist. Kevin didn't even make it to the end of the month. He left, claiming he was pursuing other opportunities. We all understood what that really meant. He was fired for being spectacularly bad. In the end, my colleague's idea turned out to be brilliant. In our mutual disdain for Kevin, we worked harder than ever and smashed all previous sales records in company history. Talk about sweet revenge. And get this, I looked up Kevin on LinkedIn recently. His bio reads, "World-class sales director, open to new opportunities." I couldn't help but chuckle. It seems he still hasn't learned a thing. So, what's the takeaway here? Sometimes the biggest lesson comes from the most unexpected places. Have you ever had a manager like Kevin? How did you handle it? Let me know in the comments below.